right now.
When a disaster occurs, of course, there are a lot of things happening all at once. There has the potential to be a great deal of confusion and potentially not enough resources for the problem.
There is simply an expectation by the community that we will always be there for them, all right, along with the first responders.
Well, what we did is we organized an exercise based around our helipad to simulate a helicopter crash. We were able to test people with a live timeline responding with the same stressors that they would have had to respond to if it were an actual event.
It's like first, second, and third degree burns to her arm, some burns to the side of her face and over.
The day began with a briefing first thing in the morning for all participants. While this was going on, members of the Nashua Community Emergency Response Team, which are a group of volunteers that respond to disasters, were in the room right next to us being prepped as actors who were going to be casualties in this event. Towards the end of these briefings, everybody was then moved to the helipad, and once everyone was in place, the helicopter protocol used by Southern New Hampshire Medical Center was then activated.
Medical Center. We're going to need a med-flight for a patient to transfer.
This brought in Nashua Fire Department, Nashua Police Department, AMR ambulance, as well as a ground crew from Boston Med-Flight helicopter. The crash was simulated. We allowed Nashua Fire, Nashua Police, and AMR ambulance to proceed with their normal operations.
Were you on the ground when this happened?
We have 5 patients on the ground. We have 2.
We are very fortunate in the city of Nashua that we have 2 hospitals that collaborate very well together. We also have another private physician organization that collaborates with us. We work very closely with public health, very closely with the first responders. We are very fortunate as a community to not have those barriers when it comes to responding to emergency management issues.
The emergency department received patients from this event.
All right, Linda.
One of the things that makes my job so much easier as a physician in the community is to have an affiliation with Mass General, and they can oftentimes help us coordinate some of our sicker patients.
And our incident command team was set up to receive information from our controllers and evaluators so that they could then manage the organization during an event like this.
My feeling is the biggest takeaway from this process is that it's not the technical aspects of what went right or what went wrong during the day. It's about the community working together as one to be able to make the right decisions together.
These drills actually give us a great opportunity to see how everybody works together.
We work with all of the other agencies to make sure that safety is first for the responders before we get to the patients. So the fire has to be extinguished, the hazard has to be mitigated.
Each individual organization has its own functions to perform at an event like this. And that's actually why we have these events, is to continue to make those relationships work and to improve on them.
As an organization, I wanted this exercise to show our strengths. I wanted this exercise to show our flaws so that we could work on both of them and eliminate the weaknesses and expound upon the strengths to assure our staff that we are ready for an event like this.